This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and before I go into this, I'm going to do a quick PSA. All right, I'm going to be doing this video. All right, it's going to be going up on my Lightbringer page. All right, because my main page and my backup, all right, got strikes. All right, my main page, I was actually in the previous video, I was explaining what was happening, but as I put that video up, I tried to re-upload another video and they wouldn't even let that video go up at all. So they struck it down, gave me a strike, so I couldn't even make the one that I was uploading public. All right, so now I have a strike on my backup page and I have a 2-week strike on my main page. All right, so I'll be re-uploading or doing videos on this page. All right, so, just a heads up. All right, but yeah, the word keeps on going. All right, especially in these days, so much going on. All right, it's hard to keep up. All right, and the spirit is definitely working. All right, on the right-hand side, because we're starting to see these prophecies take shape. A lot of people waking up. Okay, a lot of people are seeking, all right, the ways of righteousness because they see that the days are evil. Okay, and then you also have others on the left-hand side who are basically living in complete wickedness. I mean, you can see the difference now. All right, and that division, that clash, all right, is the clash between righteousness and wickedness, all right, is going to get to a all-time high. Okay, ultimately, the elect against the so-called elites, rulers of this earth, this world. All right, and I have this article here. Once again, one of the steps, all right, to come against the nation of Israel, pertain to Revelation chapter 12, all right, verse 12. Okay, the devil coming down upon us, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, and this come January 1st, all right, 2023, man, it looks like a lot of things are about to pop off. Okay, and here it says, Illinois becomes the first state to pass a purge law that allows criminals to be released without bail. All right, I believe I've seen several brothers go into this. I'm not sure if it's the same article, all right, because I haven't been able to even catch up on those videos. All right, but I have seen this, being passed around. All right, this information, this news. Okay, and that's all going into the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, things are being built up. Things are being set up for that. All right, and it's kind of crazy just the terminology that they use. All right, for this bill. All right, it's actually a law. Okay, it says Illinois is making history by being the first state to test out the quote the purge in real life. On January 1st, 2023, the Safe-T Act in Illinois will be active. Okay, and it's crazy why they will say it like that. Safety. Is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. I'm going to start off at 1. It says, But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Meaning what? We are the ones in the know. All right, we don't need someone to come up and tell us, hey, we're living in the end days, right? I mean, look at all these things happening. Yahushua is right. We don't need that because that's what we're looking for. That's what we're watching for. We know that this place doesn't have 5 more years or 10 more years like these people blindly believe, right? Because we see the end time prophecies, the same exact prophecies that are spoken of in the Bible, all right, of things that will happen right before the Messiah makes his return. Okay? So we don't need to be told, these are the times and the seasons. No. We already know. We're on top of that. All right? That's why we know that this law that's being passed in Illinois, we know where Chicago is right there. All right, is going to lead to other states, all right, going through the same thing. Now, why do you think they're using Illinois? Because Chicago, you got a whole lot of Jakes over there that be wilding out. All right, and their idea, believe it or not, okay, is to create so much chaos, all right, and violence that people automatically ask for a peace. Okay, they're gonna ask for peace. Okay, and that's when they're gonna be caught up. Okay, because now you're gonna invite Esau to come in and bring that peace, that order. Okay. So 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3 says, "For when they shall say peace and safety," so it makes you wonder, why the hell would they call this the Safety Act? Why? And as we get into it, you notice that this is not about safety. All right. It says, "Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So a woman who's travailing with child, what happens normally is what? That it's a process of time. All right, birth, it doesn't happen, one time, doom. That's it. It takes time. She get the birth pains. She already knows what time it is. All right. And then as she get closer and closer, what happens? The pain increases more and more and more. It starts off somewhere, contractions, what they call it, and then next thing you know, she's at the point where she's like in great immense pain. And right when the baby is about to be delivered, that's the most pain she's gonna go through. And then once the deliverance is done, the pain is over. See, the deliverance ends the pain. And that's what we're waiting for. We're going into a time of pain. But ultimately, the deliverance by Yahushua will end that pain for the elect. Okay? It says, "As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not" what? They shall not escape. Okay? They shall not escape. A lot of people are going to die, all right, with these new times that we're entering into. Okay? Because that's why they're creating this. It's part of the so-called depopulation agenda. Okay, so it says, the Safety Act stands for safety, accountability, fairness, and equity today, and will allow its residents to commit crimes freely. Check that out. Check that out. Can you believe that? So when we read scriptures like 2nd Esdras, where it says, and their actions shall stand in their power. All right, let's see if we can get that real quick. Okay, 2nd Esdras chapter 15. Okay, and verse 16. It says, actually, let's start off at 15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another." That's what they're setting up, because they're gonna be legal. Lawlessness, anarchy. Okay, and through that anarchy and lawlessness, they're gonna bring that order. That's what they do. That's what they're doing. So expect this to spiral out of control into different states. The key states you got to look out for, and I've mentioned in a previous video, is what you got: New York, Jersey, Philly. All right. Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. Okay. You got what? Missouri. All right. Of course, you got Illinois. All right, Cali, Texas. Okay, so pretty much down south, man, you're gonna have that racial tension. Okay, so it's really about to pop off, man. Things are really about to change. All right. So it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." Okay, ultimately the sword is being brought by who? Esau, Edom. He is that sword. He's the Lord's sword. All right, and the Lord is going to use Esau, Edom, all right, to cast judgment heavy. All right, we always go into the technology that these devils have planned, all right, to use, and it's not pretty. Okay. It says, "And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands," weapons, the gun. "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." Okay, invading one another. "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." This is what we're reading about right now. You can commit crimes freely. It says, "Governor Pritzker says the law marks a substantial step toward dismantling the systemic racism that plagues our communities, our state, our nation, and brings us closer to true safety, true fairness, true justice. That's when they shall see peace and safety, bro. Okay? Because all this is going to do is bring judgment, destruction. It says the counter signal reported that the law would end cash bail for 12 non-detainable offenses. This includes second-degree murder. You see that? You checking this out, right? You checking this out? Let's check this out. This includes second-degree murder, aggravated battery, arson, drug-induced homicide, kidnapping, burglary, robbery, intimidation. So, hey, man, this is going to cause a whole lot of problems. And nowadays with people and how their temper is and people are all worked up every day like that, stressed out, they're getting worn out. You see, to the point where they're going to have to show, all right, that their tiredness through violence. You know, their frustration is going to come out through violence. With all this shit, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing and eluding. So people are going to be doing all kinds. These cops going to stand down. They're going to be like, I can't deal with this. We getting fucked up in this shit every day. No, fuck that. Drug offenses, the threat and threatening a public official. You think these centurions going to be standing up and defending a place that's in chaos like that? Hell no. Right? That means they can't handle the cops have lost control. We need to bring order. Law and order will rule the land. And then boom, here come the troops marching down in your cities. And you know exactly who they're coming for. Okay? Because funny thing too is, they said that they're letting out a lot of these so-called prisoners. Who knows, you know, when Esau his tactics, he could very well put some type of device on these prisoners and monitor exactly where they're going. And that's how they're going to know where they're going and what chambers to, okay, this person lives here, or this person was here, you know. Esau's a devil like that. I won't put it past him. It says the Safety Act states that defendants of these crimes are presumed eligible for pretrial release. This is only possible if prosecutors don't present clear and convincing evidence. So basically, if there ain't no cameras to catch your crimes, you off scot-free. It says showing the suspect poses a threat to a specific person. So where's your proof? Clear and convincing evidence means proof. So we'd like to see when this happens, all right, how is it going to affect the normal daily activities, man? That means now you're going to get stuck up. And hey, if you don't defend yourself, then too bad. You know, this is trouble, man. You know, it says the law will require prosecutors to request detention for the defendant. This also means the state of Illinois will hold a trial within 48 hours to determine if the suspect should be released. What's up with all this, like, timing? 48 hours? That sounds like, man, they're getting ready for something, man. Investigators believe that's not enough time to compile evidence from surveillance and body cameras, crime labs, and forensic analysis. That's why they're doing that on purpose, man. Some tests, it takes mad long. Like, I know, I'm not sure if it's exactly this, but grape cases, okay, it takes time. You know, they got to do the whole check, you know, I mean, to get the victim to even come in and do the test and then go run the test and check to see if there's semen in her whatever. Like, it takes more than 48 hours to do all this shit. So you don't have that evidence within 48 hours, this person can go. It's going to be a whole hell of a crazy ass environment. And as you saw in the clip that I put in the video, in the beginning of the video, all right, of this girl in New York City, and she got her face slapped up by a random ass dude, man. Hey, man, it's coming, and nothing can happen to that. That's just the beginning, and this was in New York. You see, and you know what's going on in Chicago. They just gotta set it up that way. What's going on in Chicago? Guess what? All they need to do is, like we're saying now, make these laws where it's legal to commit all these crimes. And people are going to be showing certain things. They're going to be, social media is going to influence other people in different states to start doing these things too. And it'll be easy to bring martial law because all hell is about to break loose. You see? So they just start with one city, one state, and other people just gonna pick up on the next thing you know. It's just a vibration they need to set up. That's it. Okay? It says the new law also gives criminals 3 phone calls within 3 hours of arriving at any detention center. There will not be any restrictions on phone calls, so criminals will be able to intimidate or tamper with witnesses. You see that? Bro. All right? This is all, they setting up a purge situation, man. Witnesses going to be getting cooked left and right. If you open your mouth, this is what happens to you. This is lawlessness, man. And this is going to lead to what? Well, Yahushua said that the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, let's see if we can get that. We're going to close it out because all hell's about to break loose. Okay, so, hey, you guys start getting in order, man. You know, guys start getting in order. You know, do whatever it is that you got to do. But most important thing is prayer. All right, get in the spirit of prayer. All right, keeping the faith because, you know, hey, we in those times, man. All right, it's not much else you can prepare for at this point. This is it. Like, you just gotta, you know, days are moving fast, you know? So you just gotta bear down, you know, stay in the spirit as best as you can and really, really get in tune, man, because, hey, things are gonna get rocky very, very fast. You know, it's gonna come from all sides, man. So we gotta be ready. Okay? There's a book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that iniquity is talking about what? Lawlessness. I mean, in a land where they're making certain crimes legal. I mean, come on. All right? It will abound. Obviously, lawlessness will abound because that's what scriptures say. It says the love of many shall wax cold, so there'll be no more sympathy. Okay? It's going to turn to the Purge and Hunger Games all in one. Okay? So, hey, man, we're going to see, man. But, hey, the elect, the Lord said he's going to send his angels, going to give his angels charge over us. So we're going to be good, man. All right, just keep the faith. Okay, keep the faith. So, Lord willing, you've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. And, you know, we just going to stay back and watch and see what happens and what comes out of this. You know, pretty much 3 months. A lot of things are winding down, man. The CBDC and certain laws that are here, and especially New York, that are going to be kicking in effect after the 31st. You know, hey, things are boiling down, boiling up, heating up quick. All right, as we end this year, man. So, hey, keep in prayer. All right. So with that, until next time, shalom.